Hey there, everybody. Looks like we're live. How's it going today? I see we got Olive in chat. Yo, everyone liked the stream, Olive says. Thanks so much. Olive also says, can't get over how calm the vibes are for the Rustland sign. It really feels like the rebuilding of civilization, a beacon of light in the cold night. Love it. Oh, that's such a great description, Olive. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm really loving that sign. I am considering adding a new kind of like letter on the fritz. I've thought it would be good to add a very rare, like one of the letters, lights go out for just a quick second. I think that would be a nice addition to the sign. And yeah, I'm back here after over a week of being gone from at least streaming. I've been here. We've been dealing with some troubles on the server. There's currently something going on with lag issue, and I've been trying to track it down. I kind of feel like the issue might be at my base. I've had some force loaded chunks, and those seem to have some problems. So I've removed those, and it definitely seems a lot better since then. So hoping, fingers crossed, things stay smooth today. We're gonna work on some multi-block structures as the main plan, and we'll see what else we get up to. Yeah, I'm getting over a cold. I had like a flu, I think. I never went to the doctors or anything because I got over it pretty fast, honestly, when I wasn't feeling great for a little while still. But happy to be back and show you guys what's going on over at the server. Maya causing problems, improbable, right? I mean, I try to be like, not cause any lag on the server at least, but I mean, look at this season. I mean, look at all these ingots. Surely that can't be great for the lag, right? But yeah, I'm working on reducing lag around the place. I've made some changes. So the tree farm over here, it used to run on a wireless redstone input over here, that when it would come up to this side, the cutter itself, it would hit this little contact right there, which would send a redstone signal wirelessly back there and send it back. And because of that, it would break down, and if I left, if I went too far away. So I force loaded this chunk, and that seemed to fix problems, but yeah, like I said, there seems to be problems with that. So I've removed that, and I've got, at least for now, an actual redstone line here taking care of what the wireless did before. It's not the greatest, addition, but it works, and we're going to see how that goes for now. There's the lid too here that would cover the tree farm. I have completely removed it. Don't think we really need it anymore anyways, but it would always glitch out for some reason. Like when the server would start getting our little, like it gets these weird lag spikes. I think we got like a memory leak issue. If you look F3 here on the side there, the left side of the bottom middle, you can see memory leaks detected. So I think that's what's the case. The logs are showing like spam of stuff. Yeah, I definitely jury rigged some stuff here to make this work currently. Hopefully it's gone, takes care of some of those issues. But yeah, I removed the lid because it was run on some wireless redstone over here, which I've removed, and I had to force load this chunk too. And this was the first chunk to go because the lid would just be glitched out. Part of it would be forward, it would be stuck, it would be breaking constantly, and that was great. But yeah, then something else the other day happened. You know how I'm running the whole main portion over here of the junkyard with the create mod? Well, I'm pretty sure it happens. So we start getting lag spikes, and you end up having to log out and let the server kind of chill unless it crashes, which it often crashes. But we'll get these spikes, and they start getting like quicker and quicker. And when that happens, it's trouble. Things start breaking. And these lines that I have, like with the shafts sending the power or RPM all around the junkyard, they were randomly broken in spots underground. Like just randomly, this piece would be broken. I'm sure it was probably on chunk borders or something. And then this piece. And so I had to go around and just find broken, missing pieces everywhere to repair it. But I mean, it's back working. I've removed all the force loaded chunks. And so yeah, hopefully that won't happen again. Olive says, so your junk utopia causes the server to have a stroke. I think so. I think so. I'm pretty sure the leak is on my side, the memory leak. I think it's happening here. And you know, I'm doing a lot of weird stuff over here. Like, you know, that probably, I mean, they don't have any use. They're decorative, but I always feel like these are just unnecessary. They look good. Anyway, the MV building, take a look. It's more finished now. It's still a little ways from finished, but I'm really liking where it's at. Free cam here. Suffering from success, right? So the roof, I feel like the roof is definitely still missing something, but it's coming along. You can see I've got all the little spires on now. It's a lot of copper that went into this. And I've got sort of a roof skylight that's, you know, kind of along the lines of what I envisioned. It's being held down by these bronze plates. That's what's happening there. You know, a little side window action. And yeah, not a lot of, well, I'm adding this as a detail. Kenzie pointed out that she misses this like bluish green that used to be here, because I had some like big rods of that stuff, bismuth bronze going across the roof. And I had taken them out. They were more of just a guide of it initially. No clue why, but it gives semi-Victorian industrial revolution vibes. Nice. I think it's partially these windows. The shape of the structure too, probably, you know, like the bones of the structure, as it were. You do miss the bluish green, Kenzie? Yeah. So I've been trying to like add it in, but the place was at a point where it's like it didn't have it. So adding it in has been difficult. So I'm trying to hide it around the place. I'm adding little details of it all over. Some of it might stick. Some of it I come back and remove. But yeah, it's sort of happening. But I feel like there's a big bit of decoration like that I'm still missing. I don't know if it's a trim, if it's a detail, what, but I feel like there's definitely something I still need to add, especially to the roof. The roof is a lot of area that doesn't have, I don't know, a lot of detail, I guess. Downtown Abbey meets Industrial Revolution. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, I've got an office up here now. Ignore that. This is my totem. This is my gun and ammo if people like test me when they're coming here to see me. I got my knife just in case. Yeah, I've got fancy, you know, ornaments of lavish richness. Decoration. Yeah. And then I've added this little section onto these side little raised sections. And from here now we can get up each side's little top alcove area. No idea what I'm going to do with any of this stuff, but the space was here and I felt like there should be a way to it and it should eventually have a use. So now there is. Yep. And what else? Up here, I don't think I've changed much. I put in the rest of the redstone, so it went to the top here and gave it a little more decoration in this room. Before, it had just kind of ended at this floor as far as the redstone blocks went. And then I just kind of towered up the rest of the fuel. Now we've got a little more structure for these, as we can see. This one's finished. And so this is like the main lifeblood of the factory. And it was only pulling from here, but I'm constantly making over here. So I was ideally hoping that it would pull from just over here where it's being made. But it didn't seem to do that. It seemed to always pull from there. So I've currently got that turned off and I'm just running the system off of these to see how it holds up. And I'm adding more and more all the time. And so far, this won't go down. We are just keeping this thing topped up at all times. So I think the factory is reaching a point where it's going to stay maxed out and do whatever I need whenever I need it. So that's great. Pretty ideal, right? We're still producing syngas, which we're using on this portion still, and the reformant gas, obviously. What else? Oh yeah. So I've got this tunnel over here, and there's a game I used to play, a pretty famous old game, and it had this tunnel in the common lands. It was called like the trade tunnel, and everybody go there and trade their stuff. It was an online MMO. And it was pretty iconic, and that just kind of gave me the idea to make a little sort of like a trade tunnel here, although it's the junkyard, it's the freebie tunnel. And these are where I'm putting like some of my infinites, I'm calling them right now, even though it's not truly infinite for some of them, like Coke Dust. I just noticed I had a ton of it and I keep getting more, so I put this out here. We've got 113k stone dust, 328k clay blocks, almost 40k jute, and then look at that, 272,000 salt. That's huge. These three right here are kind of infinite for me. I'm making infinitely right now. And these I get a ton of. So this is all free for anybody who needs it, wants it. Definitely a lot of good stuff. Like clay can be really handy in our molds and stuff. Plus we can make clay blocks and terracottas and all that kind of cool stuff. Jute, besides being used in quite a few little recipes, and you can make a burlap cloth out of it. It's also a brown compost, and brown is a lot harder to come by these days, I'm hearing. And so this is a great brown compost. And then finally salt, obviously salt can be a big issue. We don't have to worry about that anymore though. Sorry, still a little under the weather, but yeah, getting there. But anyway, salt, preserving meat. Nobody has to worry about preserving their meat anymore, or running out of salt to preserve it, because we always have unlimited here. So if you're a Zeta and you're seeing this, just know this is always here for you if you want to come and pick some of it up. I'll probably be posting this on the Discord for us though, so we all know. So much salt. I'd be rich in ancient times, right? I'd be like Caesar, the emperor, with all this salt. I'd be the guy paying everybody. What else? Oh, another big adjustment. One big adjustment you may notice, may not. It's a smaller one here. These pipes are huge now. I've reformatted the whole factory here with huge pipes for the gases. And now it's really helping keep all the machines full, because there's way more gas in them than the machines can pull each time. So I think that was a nice addition. And these are, we're using lead polyethylene ones, and we're using polyethylene and lead for the huge pipes, depending on, you know, what we're doing with it. I made an automatic maintenance hatch for this thing too. This thing will never break down. I love these hatches. I'm going to put these on everything. But out here, the big thing, the electric greenhouse. I saw Ricky making it on stream 2 weeks ago he was doing. And then last week this week he was, I guess it was last week, started it, and this week he continued it. And I was watching all that, and I really wanted to get one of these going, and I have, and this thing is incredible. I had no idea how useful these were. When it comes to lavash, making my food, which is lavash, it needs grains, meat, and a veggie. And I'm able to stock up my grain and veggies for it for the year in like an hour with this thing. Like, it just produces so much. Let's look right here. This is just probably a half an hour to produce that much jute right now, because that's what I'm growing. And it produces this from nothing but a little power to run it and water. That's pretty incredible. Like, it doesn't even use the seed. This is amazing. And say I'm growing carrots in here, because I grow carrots for my lavash. What's sweet is, if the carrots are grown and they get sent through the system, there's ton of pipes under here, comes out over here in my cooking area. Well, food gets sent all the way through into these refrigerators and starts, you know, getting preserved, which is great. And if it's not food, it'll stop in this crate here, which is great. So nice little storage system here, and all the food I need is right here at the electric oven and food processor, so I can make my lavash whenever I want. Wasn't food an issue recently due to crop failure? Yeah, we've had crop failures from time to time. It shouldn't be an issue anymore. At least, like, if we have those problems, like anybody, Ricky's gonna have one of these too now, but anybody who wants can come use this and like set it to grow whatever they want. That's fine with me. I mean, I'm growing jute right now because I have nothing else to grow, and we're getting infinite jute. So, you know, but it doesn't need to stay that way. And so yeah, anytime we have a problem, like, this is a great way to regrow, because you don't have to worry about the crops going bad. It'll take care of everything. And you'll have a big stock of it being refrigerated and preserved, and it won't die right away. This is the way to go, I'd say, from here on out, hopefully. I was gonna build more of these, but I realized we didn't need it. It would be super overkill. And yeah, I also have this bank of solar steam boilers, supplying steam to the base, and to this is also, it's run off of steam turbines, but it's also ran off of gas turbines now. So I tend to hook up at least 2 turbines now to every bat box. Nobody talked to me about crop failure. We've all had some massive, well, I haven't had massive crop failure, but I know Ricky, Hypno, and Guru have also experienced it. So for you guys, it sucks being you guys, but me never having to worry about big crops, just eating the produce from them. I'm sorry, Kenzie. that sucks, but yeah, you know, come use this as you wish. This is yours too. The junkyard is everybody. Yep. So I guess we could look at getting started on my first multi-block that I want to build today. And that's the large chemical reactor, I believe it's called. Oh, I need to. Ooh, we just had a little spike there. Hopefully that's not a bad sign. So the large chemical reactor, I believe. Yep, that's what we're going to try to build. Maya, the most sympathetic of all the Zetas. I am, honestly. Totally me. I'm the most sympathetic, most coolest, most humble, most awesome. All those. All right, so I went ahead and made all this stuff, and I think it's going to work. But there's an issue. If we take a look at what the recipe for this thing. So here's the multi-block structure we're going to work on building. Our junkyard comrade. Yes. So there was something in here. Let's go back. There was. This stuff? No, couldn't have been that stuff. There was something questionable about this build that I didn't think I could do. Energy hatch. Oh yeah, it's the energy hatch. So I couldn't make these. I got to where to that point, but then I need this something. There was some kind of problem where I needed like IHV to be able to cut these or something like that. But I think I don't need to actually have the HV version of those. Everyone grow a Soviet mustache now. That's cost to get into the junkyard from here on out. So I think this is gonna work. I'm not positive, but I believe it might work. Hoping for the best, obviously. Well, a piece of dirt on. Grab some blocks. Storage is really filling up. Terracotta. Got a lot of that right now. Okay, so anyway, if this gets built like I'm hoping, thinking I'm gonna put it like right here. Okay, so the normal chemical reactor is right here. And it would make sense to put it maybe over here, but like there's more here. I'm here more often. I feel like it's going to get in the way of some things. Like I've got open areas still. I've got it here, obviously, and these. Like, maybe I try to put it here and I can run the pipes up to it because I do want to start putting stuff up there. I also kind of want to do an implosion generator build today if possible. I haven't looked into it too much, but I believe I can downgrade some of the pieces required for it and make it. Now I think an explosions happening would be better over here. I was late. Did you tell chat about the mishap? I haven't mentioned the mishap yet. It's kind of embarrassing. Are we losing him? Wait, what do you mean? Are we losing me? Oh, we're losing him? Is my internet okay? Is everything working out okay? You guys still hear me all right? Hopefully. Well, Kenzie wants to bring up the mishap. So this has been a rough week for me with the cold, and then like things are going wrong and my base is exploding on itself with lag. Like, yeah. And then last night, I'm back. Okay, so there is something wrong with the stream. Hopefully it's okay. I'm starting to tell the story. Okay, sweet. All appears to be fine. So yeah, you know, I was playing yesterday, prepping things for the stream today. It was getting kind of late, and I had been like doing things for a while, and I was getting kind of like tired just playing. I needed to take a break. So I was over at spawn down there, like, okay, let's finish up and log off. I need to head back to base. So I hop on the old chain conveyor, you know, got the wrench, and maybe it was on your end, but it got super jittery and jumpy. Hopefully that was you. That sounds like a Kenzie thing, right? But yeah, so I'm riding back on the chain conveyor, right? And like I see the junkyard in the distance, it's coming. And then I wake up. And I wake up and I'm looking at a death screen. I'm like, wait, what happened? I fell asleep while I was riding the chain conveyor, just out like that. I think I'm getting narcolepsy or something. It's been bad lately. But so yeah, I'm looking and it says I suffocated, and I'm way up in the sky. So I've got a habit of still doing things when I'm sleeping, playing Minecraft. Like I've got clips of me up on in the end in normal Minecraft mining endstone, and I would keep falling asleep and I'd continue to mine. It's great. I've got it on video. It's so cool. And like I would keep waking up, and then I'd go back to mining, and then I'd fall asleep and I'd keep mining. And the funny thing is, like, I'm mining down like a big square area, but when I'm asleep, I just keep going in a straight line mining. So it looks funny. But I eventually fell off into a little hole and died, and it was funny. But anyway, yeah, so last night I die and I'm up in space, it turns out. And Maya versus the Sandman, who will win? He wins every time, man. Narcolepsy is right. And I'm like instantly out when it happens lately. I feel like that has got to be narcolepsy. But anyway, yeah, apparently when I fell asleep, I hit the space bar and just held it down and went to space. So I am the first Zeta to go to space. I've been there. I don't remember it because I was asleep. But the horrible part was I apparently died in the other realm in space, and I lost my corpse, lost everything. And I was like, I'm done. I can't rebuild all that. I got to cancel the stream today. I don't know when I'm going to play again, because that's so much stuff to rebuild. In my mask, my rat mask. It was so hard to get a rat. But yeah, I was crushed. And like I told Ricky, and Ricky was like, I'll see if I can hero this. And he looked into it and he thought he had an idea. So today we went and checked it out, and he was able to call my corpse back to him with some OP commands. It turns out the corpse was floating in space somewhere. There was no like corpse tag or anything, so I thought it was gone. Joshua, hey, are you hearing the story right now? Why must you go live right as I must leave? Oh, Joshua, you gotta leave. I'm sorry. We're gonna be doing some stuff today here, working on Multiblocks. Hey, bud. Yeah, I'm just telling them what happened last night. I fell asleep while riding the chain conveyor, and when that happened, I hit space and flew to space, and became the first ZetaCraft to hit space. But I died, suffocated, and lost all my stuff. Thankfully, the legend Ricky had saved me today and was able to call it back with some kind of OP command and got me all my stuff back, because I mean, I would have rebuilt, but I would have taken a vacation first. It would have been a time for a lot more Cobblemon at that point, probably. But you have to do something. Hopefully I'll be back before the end of the stream. Cool. Thanks for hopping in. Hopefully we get you back here. If not, I'm sure we'll see you again. If not, I guess I'll see the VOD. True. Thanks, bud. But yeah, so that was it. And now I'm feeling a lot better today because I've got all my stuff. Yeah, been to space though. I fell asleep and went to space. Accurate depiction of ZetaCraft space travel. Yeah, for real, right? Hey Pedro, cool live, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, so that happened. It was a rough, like, I woke up so much in the middle of the night going, oh my god, I lost everything. I go fall back asleep. I wake up again later, I'm like, oh, everything's gone. But yeah, we're better now. See my backpack, I got all my masks. That's what really matters. But all this stuff rebuilding would have absolutely sucked. So Ricky is a legend and I owe him big time. Back to the chemical reactor. I think explosion generator thing, whatever it's called, if it'll work, we'll put in right here. This is nothing, by the way. This is just a little thing I built as a stupid nothing build, just to demonstrate that this is over here. Leave it alone. This will be something different eventually, but this is uranium. Yeah, and it's super radioactive. You got to be careful around that stuff. That's what that is. And I'm thinking, yeah, probably be good to start utilizing some of these catwalks we got going for this block multi-block structure. There we go. It'll be better up here. It's a smaller multi-block. But again, where is it going to get pipes from? So got the Syngas on this side. I could run Syngas gas up to it. You start getting some pipes in the sky too, which won't be terrible. And we'll just need pipes going up, honestly. Well, a pipe, of course, Syngas, because we'll run the generators from up there. Yeah, this will work out. All right. So it's like a cube, a 3x3x3, I believe. Right here. Yep, 3x3x3. And I've got this cool little new thing I want to try out. I haven't got to try just yet. It makes more sense to put it more in the, well, actually in the middle, it would be off center. Put it over here, but I got these. The bottom side. I think those are on the bottom side, so I can put it right here. This is a facade that'll have to go. We go like that. We can put it right there, maybe. Hopefully. All right. So let's put this down, and we'll put that on top. And we're gonna break this. Now this is the large chemical reactor. This is the main block, the controller. If we shift right click, that's what it should look like. Basically finished. You can move some of the stuff around, I know. That's just like the general of it, bit of it. Went away. So out nicely, but what I'm worried about is I generally put my power in the back, and I don't want to break, like, cut into that beam there. That's kind of like a main support beam. Be a little bit of a mess, but I think we're just going to go from here. Now, anyway, this tool thing I got, try out the terminal. Take a look at this. Shift right click on a controller to automatically build the multi-block. Now, I assume we have to have the blocks on us, which I do have all the blocks. And who knows, maybe it'll even work if you got part of the blocks, it'll put the ones you have up. Or maybe it won't. But let's see if I shift right click. Wow, that's really there. Awesome. Okay, so that's MV energy patch. Something's missing here though. Look. There. Guess it's not hollow. Looks like everything else built, but what's that? The MV output, HV output. Now is that the thing? Oh, fired right there. This like blue and red. Blue and red right there. It's weird. It built this not really based on the little visual description picture it showed us. That's an energy hatch there. That'll be fine there, probably. Input bus, output bus. I'm thinking move the output buses bottom. Output bus. Output hatch. That there. Here. All right, that forms it. Good. Looking at here, we got an input hatch. Input bus. Okay. For now, I point those up. That way we can put the containers for whatever is going to be processing on them. Did I did 2 energy. Ooh, and the muffler. The muffler appears to be in the back, and that can't be blocked. That's probably right. Oh no, that's oil. Figure this out. All right, there's the maintenance hatch. That we don't want to be hidden. Let's put that. Put the maintenance hatch in front here. Yeah. There. That's not for sure. I had 2 energy. Because why am I using MV energy hatch? I can make HV1. What's happening? And I swear I had 2 of them. Not formed right. Oh. Oh, maybe this thing didn't need a muffler. Yeah, I would have seen the muffler when I was just looking for it. So no muffler blocked. That's good. Let's see about powering this thing again. Where to power it from, though, is the next question. Grab some pipes. A ton of these right now. These. Couple things I might need. Oh, we're gonna need turbine. At least we need 2, but let's start with 1, I'd say. Make 3 currently. Fine. 1, send. This terminal, that's pretty nice. Oh yeah, I went ahead, I made the advanced electrical jetpack. Look at this movement. This is just a jump, a little tiny jump, and boom, boom. So incredible. But it sucks up the fuel so fast, it's insane. Like 5 minutes of flying, I'll probably run it out. So I went ahead and I made a regular electric jetpack as well, which lasts way longer, and I hop between the 2. And when one's out of energy, I just toss the other one back into a charger and yeah, go from there. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to figure out where's a good place. Like, this is a nice open section. I'm about to fill it up with ugly pipes. There. So over here-ish, like, this is bad. If I brought it up from right here, not ideal. Good. New plan. We're thinking now. There we go. This is the spot. I'm feeling it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead and run the Syngas gas. That's still gonna be done. These I'll do that later. Oh yeah, I didn't grab everything I had sent. Craft turbine. So the plan is this to there, and I'm gonna run it up along the wall and then over across to there. This is the path forward. How's everybody doing today? Haven't chatted in like a week. Has everybody been cool? Anything cool happen? Anything cool going on? So obviously it makes sense to run it underneath. The problem is these catwalks, you can't just put it directly underneath. See, they go a block under. Great. You can run it like that, but it's gonna look weird and have to, well, I definitely would add some like fake support that's visual. I can plug in directly under. So there's space up here. It would make sense to put kind of power up here, but because of this plate here, I can't go any higher. So it would come in straight across. I think that'll be okay though. I've got unlimited mobility, sure do. Put that on my dating profile. Unlimited mobility. That's right, ladies. All right, this is it. This wait. Oh, I'm saying that. Like I haven't watched Mandalorian in over a year, but suddenly pulling on a Mandalorian kick there. Oh, it's here. Really don't know why I made it HV power supply or an MV power supply, because I've been making I made an HV power supply right here. All boring on this front. Nice. When do we get more hightail with me and Hypno? I'm not exactly sure. I've been waiting to hear from him on that front. He's had a weird schedule this week too, though. That might be why. Oh, what am I doing? Running directly in. Let's do that. And I'm gonna need a battery box. So hightail, I think the soonest would be Tuesday. You know, we might be able to do a weekend stream though, a Saturday or Sunday stream. He is off Saturday and Sunday actually, and I know he is antsy to do some more hightail. So I bet Saturday or Sunday is a good time for us to do it. Maybe look for hightail this weekend. If not, it's been a little long since we've hit it. We're definitely going to want to hit it quick. So it'll be soon after that, if not. Battery box. Oh, that have battery. Have those. You have an early morning meeting for work on Sunday. I get up at 3 a.m. early. That is early. I've had to get up for work early like that a few times, man. That is just too early. Like 3, even 4 a.m. feels wild. I was like more of a 5 a.m. guy. Luckily, they have breakfast stuff for real. Oh, yeah. Make a bet. Save. Fuck. I guess I'm just going MV. Oh, I keep saying HV for MV right now. I haven't done that before. Suddenly today, it's all backwards. Discombobulated from all the press over losing all my stuff last night. Let's try this out. See how things go. Getting up that early makes me sick to my tummy. Says Kenzie. And that. Right, we're powering. Now, I seriously doubt this is going to be enough generators to power this thing when it's used. But maybe. Got 2 tapes here. I need to fix the maintenance on this thing. We can see it, yeah, takes everything. I'm lazy right now. I don't want to grab all my tools, you know, that are on me. I'm just gonna do that. Fix it. Gets a little tape on it, but this is the junkyard. Things should be taped up. So yeah, my brand new machine is already broken, but it's working fine. So, do with this thing. Test it out. It's recipes. So uses, there it is. Ah. But wafers? What am I? What the? Well, let's see. I've been using the chemical reactor last couple of days. No, I've been using the mixer to make steel. That was what I was gonna say. Kenzie, when she gets up that way, she says her stomach is like, what are we doing? We're supposed to be asleep. Here yet. Never really hungry in the morning. Usually, like, I don't get hungry until I start to eat something or maybe drink something that's not like water or a coffee, which I hardly ever do because that's pretty much all I drink. Yeah. Anyway, this is 162 pages. So I'll go through each one of these recipes and study. Pouring it. I don't have that good because I'm always up for food. Nice. I got to the point where, like, I worked in the mornings generally always, so like I didn't like to work after I've eaten. I discovered, so I would generally not eat breakfast. Most of my life I've not eaten breakfast. That was it. I guess that's most life. Anyway, oh, sodium and potassium. I can make sodium potassium. That's easy. I think we could do that. Tap. Got some. Got tons of sodium. I require coffee immediately. Food can wait until lunch unless there's donuts. Nice. Coffee, yeah, I was generally an immediate coffee guy. I've heard something though, like last year, the year before, that I've tried to, like, you know, keep in the back of my mind and do when I think about it, is that it's bad to drink coffee right when you wake up, and I still do. We all do, whatever. But if you wait for an hour and a half to drink the coffee, apparently it does way more for you. Like it actually wakes you up properly and gets you going properly. Like I was always just get up and drink coffee ever since I started drinking coffee. So it's pretty new to me. I haven't tested it enough to know if it's legit, but I'm trying it out. Let's see. But plus that huge input bus. I've never seen an HV one. Dang. So much stuff. Oh, it's automatically cooking it. We're making sodium potassium. Normally that. This one. So 15 seconds. Making it in 4 seconds. I only have one MV and it's a weaker MV. What is that? That does not right? So fast. Definitely want to make it. So I believe this thing can do like multiple recipes at once. Really cool. Let's see, recipes for that. So the only recipe is 50 seconds here. That's weird. I don't know what's speeding it up, because technically I'm running it at a lower speed. Like it's just MV like power. So what I've learned recently is that if you double up on the amount of energy hatches, so we only have one right now and the lower quality one. If you double it up though, it cuts the time in half, and it's done. This is like what, almost cut in quarters, and it's a lower. I don't get what's happening here. Kenzie says, I don't need coffee for the caffeine. I just need it for the yummy. Yeah, me too. It's funny too, because when I started drinking coffee, it was absolutely to get me through work and to work, because I had to drive an hour every day for work, just to get there. And yeah, coffee, I hated it for a long time. I could only drink like French vanilla coffee, and now I drink just regular creamer my coffee. But Hypno cannot live without that vanilla creamer. That's the only way he'll drink coffee for the most part. Let's see. I can't remember the last time I went a day without coffee. I'd probably go into severe caffeine withdrawals, but I'm definitely not addicted. No, not at all. I have a couple times over the last like year or so, couple days, tried to go without coffee. Try to cut back, you know, like I just drink it for the yummy, like you say. It definitely doesn't work, the caffeine anymore. So, but then it's like, yeah, nah, gotta have that coffee. But yeah, you get that caffeine headache, which just sucks. It's like withdrawals if you don't drink coffee after you've been drinking it for a long time. So we got this going, I would say. Olive hasn't drinking coffee in years. So you drank coffee and then you went away from it. Now that's impressive. I don't know how someone could just drink coffee and quit. You must have like been really sick of coffee. So we're seeing here that the power is definitely not going to be keeping up, but we're going to have a lot of Singus coming to us to this. So let's go to make another gas turbine. Yeah, definitely, probably much healthier. You know, coffee has no nutritional value, they say, and stuff, so it's not like bad for you, but it's all about other stuff, the creamers and stuff we put in, sugar, do that, a lot of stuff. But I've also heard coffee can be good for you, they're saying too now, although again, it probably just mean black coffee, like a certain amount a day. Oh, pressurize. Make these. We're gonna do that, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that. Send us those materials. More. Just raw dogging business with no caffeine is crazy. That's a crazy statement. Nice, Kenzie. So let's point that down. That. A little bit of that. And kaboom. Right. Now it's going up, but we aren't currently processing anymore, so hard to say if that's going to be enough, but I assume it probably will. I think this is going to be good for the system for now. I don't even know what I'm going to be using this on at the moment, but it's going to be helpful. And I just want to fill this place up with multi-block. I got all the space in here. Might as well get as many as I can in. So now I can start dedicating this pad to like all the stuff for this thing that I might get some extra crates up here, you know, all sorts of cool stuff. So we've got a section now for chemical. Also want to look into this. The fluid drilling rig could be cool. Explosion compressor. This is what I'm looking at. There's another 3x3x3. That's not a whole lot because I haven't actually made anything yet. Now I wanted to make this and I've been seeing the importance of it. But the problem was this little bad boy right there, a muffler hatch of all things. That's IV. Insane voltage, I believe, which is above high voltage. So that's a ways away before I can make that. Hope chat. It says I went through and I don't even know what kind of phase to call it, where my whole personality was leather jackets and black coffee. Nice. You got back to creamer life though. I have tried so much to go to black coffee because it would just be so much better. You don't have to worry about creamer. Creamer's not great for you, right? Or I don't use sugar anymore. I used to put sugar. But yeah, it would be so great to just be able to go straight black coffee. And gosh, that's tough. I have not been able to develop that taste for it yet, but I guess it just takes going for it and pushing hard through it. I'm just not that committed yet, I guess. All right, so this muffler hatch is the problem, but I believe I can use other hatch. I don't know why it's showing me that hatch. Is that like the ideal hatch or what? But take a look. Let me find it. I'm gonna highlight it. Muffler hatch. Yeah, so right there, it's showing all sorts of muffler hatch. There's the LV one. The MV went by. ULV is probably here. So it can use any muffler hatch is my understanding if it's in this list. So yeah, we're just gonna ignore that and I'm gonna try and build all this other stuff. Let's start that. Main peaks. City. God of city. Gold cables I got. Steel. I'm gonna have to make some of that here. Put there. I think I might have some though. Wait, maybe you're the official olive? Coffee cells? Coffee addicts? I'm reading chat backwards. Probably not the way to go. If cell would imply lack of. And let's see if we can build this. What am I missing? Make this. Nothing. Okay, awesome. I have everything here. Craft the main controller. And get this controller going. Boom. Heck yeah. All right, so before I get to working on the rest of, think about where this is gonna go. I kind of like centering it right there. I think that'll be, yeah. Although no, maybe we do it here, give us a little room to work with in the back. That would probably make more sense. So this will be our front of it. Main block looks just like these blocks. Okay, balance structure, of course. You go like that. And all right. These are names. The shame the tags won't show what those are. Got it. Comes explosion compressor. With the 20 solid machine. Solid. Oh, I've got 27 of them. Heck yeah, I had accidentally made way too many when I made that thing up there because you get twice as many as you put in. That's sweet. Now what happens if I just do this now? Boom. All right. Pull that in with just, not really right in the middle. And we got an empty space in the middle, which that makes sense. needs a chamber to lubricate. Or that. Try that again. Yeah, it filled that in too. Interesting. Does it really only need 3 extra pieces at this point? That seems crazy. Like there's 3 pieces right here, and I haven't added a muffler hatch or a maintenance hatch, but definitely needs 5 more pieces. And then possibly more depending on some other situation. Well, the energy hatch is all that they're saying. That what are the they're all LV. Okay. Looks like everything's running mostly LV recipes here. That I guess makes sense that it's such low requirements on that stuff. Oh, hey, someone's at the door. Hang on, gang. I will be right back. No, I wasn't burgled on live stream. It's just a neighbor. Home invader. Probably, nah, not this time. We don't get many home invaders out here where I'm at. I could tell you something that would blow your mind about our place here, but I feel like it's a terrible idea to say it because then I'm kind of like poking the beast. I'm inviting something bad to happen. All right. Let's see what kind of hatches and stuff we got. Well, MV, we've got all doesn't look like we have any spare MV parts. HV, I'm sure there's not. Nope. What about LV? Encasing. Oh, ULV. Okay. Have nothing remade. Yeah. The universe will remember this. I hope not. Universe, I didn't say enough for the universe to know what I was thinking. That's what I'm hoping. Explosion generator. Head. Actually, let's go about this a little. I'm just gonna go make each one. This though is, let's go maintenance. Oh wait. Oh, I've got super. Heck yeah, I didn't think I had one. Yeah. No. Yeah. So the energy hatch. I think Make one current. I wish I had stuff to make more. Ready? It's okay. Boom. We got that. This. Okay, so the maintenance hatch we'll put right there. Tell me where it goes. Energy. I'll put energy on this side. I want to see something. Actually. Where I saw this in the past. But somewhere I saw, like, if I would hover over, say, the energy hatch, it would say this multi-block or whatever can support up to 2 of these. Energy hatch. Between 1 and 2, there we go. Okay, so I probably should make a second. I guess I could do that later. We could get this up and running first. Apparently this is important first. I need like a vitrificated pearl, which I gotta make ender pearls for to make. And you make them in this implosion compressor. So that's why I really need this. Let's go muffler hatch next. I don't think I have a muffler hatch. I'd be surprised if I had one of those ready. This new bakelite is a shame. I'm happy I got past that for the most part. That seems like a tough addition that was recently added to MV level stuff. Maybe, I guess LV too. It's great that we have this alternate way to do it. It. Oh, burr. Did I need? Dang. Sorry, guys. A mess right now as far as you in cable. No, it's the worst. Ah, disaster. Back here. Get back here. And I'm trying to find a rat, which I cannot make a rat spawn no matter what I do, because I want to put a rat here, and that's going to be even harder to keep in the slot. Oh, but look, he does have the hat. Kind of wears it around him. Kind of funny. But yeah, and this was a gift from Ricky, this duck, Drake, I guess it is. All right, what, tin cable? I believe that's what I said. I hope so. Cables, there we go. Have this stuff. We're also gonna need, I think, polyethylene. Yeah, it's got to be polyethylene or bakelite. A mess right now, as if there is a time when I'm. Thanks, Kenzie. Grab some polyethylene. The duck has a tutu for real. Sounded funnier in my head. Oh, Kenzie, you try at least. Sorry. All right, there we go. We made that single hatch or hole. Oh, muffler hatch. Machine casing. What do I have? Got definitely Wait, no, that's the right step, right? Am I tripping here? I need to save that stupid muffler. There we go, saved. LV machine hall. What did I make? LV. What is it saying? That's not the right one. Now it's okay. Never mind. Go here. Maybe because it's not in the system, but I swear it read things that are on me in the past. There we go. Send it back to me. And boom, we've got this one muffler down. Put this bad boy on the top. Some. We need input and outputs in that. What kind are we looking at though as base? So only two, huh? An output bus and an input bus. So we need two buses. That makes it a little easier. This recipe. And I haven't seen this recipe yet. They have changed a bunch of stuff in the previous updates. Just a chestnut. I swear this used to need a crate. Because it's ULV? No, I feel like ULV is fine though. So let's see. We need two ULV machine halls. Let's start. Look at LV. But oh, those. So I think I have everything I need on me to make those actually into hulls. This, yes. No. Needs a different cable. Red alloy cables, ultra low volt oil. All right, red alloy cables. Got some left still. Awesome. This coil I don't have. But ultra low. Hey, love it. All right. Boom, and then grab that bag, got two of these, a screwdriver, toss one there, boom, oh, boom. Oh, it's not hasn't been made yet. I need glue and chest. Boom. That right here. Grab one. All right, we're getting closer. We've almost got this made. Ballerina duck, like a ballerina duck, a mallard. Oh, because of the tutu. I got it. Nice. Take that off. Wait. Am I losing my mind? Where'd the other one go? I get it. There were two, right? What happened? Didn't I just make two of these? And why is there ULV energy hatch? Did I make the wrong thing? I totally did, didn't I? I don't want this. Let's see. Use macerated down. Dang it! Let's do one first. So, if I come here. Oh, I clicked the energy hatch that time. I see what I did. Oh, I'm a fool. All right. So we need an alloy, ULV. Freaking did. So I made those right. Oh boy, I'm lost kind of here. This is great. I guess I never made this in blue. There. There. Yeah. All right. We got one down. We got the input made. We'll put the input right here. Base it up for now. One more. Let's do that there though again. And what is it for? Oh, it's been so long. Wrought iron. Enough. Oh, gonna have to pound some plates out really quick. There. Two. All right, so that over here. And in there, we need some more red alloy. That. Machine hall. Back. And go. Some. This, I think, is going to complete it. Wait. I think I'll put input here. Put that there. Warmed up. But I'm lazy. So lazy. And grab a tape. Need to make some more of this tape. It's like advanced tape. Got the word aerospace in it and advanced. So come on, letters FAL84. Some crazy tape. And it fixed it. We are running, idling. No. Oh no, that plate is in the way. Oh, that's a major problem right there. I can't let that stand decorationally. I'm gonna have to drop the pipe lower. Wonderful. Do it here too, actually. So maybe we go underground for this guy. I'm gonna do that. We'll tunnel over to the pipe and we'll add some new pipes underneath and we'll rework the one. So the most important thing, decoration, is not messed up. Back. Ah, pro wheel. Yep. That back. Out there. Boom, boom. Making it happen. Anybody need anything from the store? I would love it. And come on. Wait, gonna bring it up one over. No big deal. We get that easily. That's under there. The prone, one of the best things. Mod pack. Oh, mod pack is incredible. I just love prone. Don't get me wrong. All right, so we've got no. What am I doing? It doesn't work like that, guys. How long will I be streaming for? Hard to say. Let's see. It's been a little over an hour. I'm probably going to go at least for 2 hours. I need another turbine. Need more machine. More of that. Go there. Those. That. Grab this. Turn that into a whole thing. So do that. And cable. Get this started. That. Pretty sure it's copper. And fingers crossed. I'm so good at this. Okay, got a machine hull. Toss that into the system and see what we're needing now. Copper cable. I just won't let me send the stuff. Doesn't have the copper cables in the system. Boo. Little of the stuff back that I'm going to be needing. Now, will you give me everything I need to make the turbine? Appreciate it. I'm going to need another battery box, more batteries. Turbine, good. Battery box. Definitely going to need machine hull again. We'll grab some plates here. Gonna grab some extras. Let's make some extra of these aluminum casings. Probably go ahead and turn them into hulls, actually. Gonna need those copper cables back. Dang, I gotta pour some more cables, it looks like. Wire. Copper wire. Grab some ones. Been recently in the process of refilling my liquid rubber out here, so we got currently a good amount. Still want to put a little more in here though, because this is like this is where we all pour our wires, is right here. I know, slow. Grocery list: 20 pounds of bird floss and 1 gallon of mayo. Bird floss. Hot dogs? Is that a, I mean, is that really a thing for hot dogs? I've heard of glizzies, but not bird floss for those. I mean, what? I mean, you said bird floss and then you question yourself. Is that what's happening here, Kenzie? Hopefully I make it back before the stream's over. Bye Maya, bye Olive, bye Lurkers, bye Kenzie. See you later. crash that. Else I could probably keep. That was an autocorrect for hot dogs? That's crazy. Bird floss? Nah, you surely meant hot dogs. Or no, hot dogs, you surely meant bird floss. Wild. Figure out what's still missing from the build. Every time I look at it, it's like I know there's something missing and I cannot place my finger on it. Transition, missed it. All right, so I haven't made those yet. Quick little bit of that. A little more of that. One of those and get 4 of these. That back. Now we can throw them in here with some copper cables with polyethylene. It's gonna need more, and we've got it. One step closer. Making the battery box currently, which means I'm gonna need a chest and some 26. I'm gonna need more of those. And storage chest. That's awesome. Calling quits for the night, y'all. Later. Have a good one, Olive. Thanks for being here. Sorry, it's not the most exciting stream. I feel like I'm getting kind of lost in what I'm doing here. I'm not being as entertaining anymore. But thanks for being here. Next time, we'll have some more fun. You have a great night. Let's see. So something. That. Still got some batteries. Heck yeah. It's okay, Kenzie. No big deal at all. Hey, life is more important, man. It's cool. Do this. I mean, honestly, I feel super lucky to have had you guys around for streams as it is. I think you'll be okay if, like, I'm forced to stream by myself for a change. Right? As a streamer, I should have had to have gone through those tribulations. Powering, we're good. We've got implosion compressor ready to compress. I believe. Let's take a look. Does it need a portcullis? Oh yeah, good for pointing that out again. I don't know if portcullis is it. It does have a big opening there. There's just something nice about this opening. Strength and power and bulkiness in it. I feel it's something more towards the top. It's missing. And when I figure that out, I feel like it's going to be something that I can add to the rest of the place. Got to push the baby bird out of its nest at some time, right? Portcullis. Again, are you demanding a portcullis? You know, I could use create mod to make like a moving one that opens and closes. But look at the size of the portcullis you'd need here. I mean, over here, definitely more doable. Asshole. Smokestacks. Hey, Joshua, welcome back. Smokestacks. That could be helpful. I don't know what I would tie it off of. Maybe give that like a smokestack. That's kind of lined up wrong. Although I guess these could be smokestacks. Ooh. These can kind of tie in with this area. A little bit of a Taj Mahal vibe currently. Because of the close to onions spires, I guess. And there's 4 of them. Yeah, you're leaving us in good hands with Joshua here. Oh, hey, Joshua, check it out. I made my own electric greenhouse. These things are so amazing. I tied my food prep area into it for lavage. Oh, and I haven't shown you guys. Like Kenzie's seen it, so no worries. But I got my cellar in. Down here, we've got my new cellar. And look at all that lavash. And there's the carrot wall and the grain wall. The what kind of spires? They're called onion spires normally. I don't know what the close to onion spires. Yeah, those, I don't know what they're actually called. I'm sure they have a normal name, but I've always heard them called that. They're like the Russian towers you see like at the Kremlin and whatnot. They have like the onion spires. So they're onion shaped at the top here. Yeah, and the Taj Mahal, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that has those too. So that's what I was thinking you were going for. Or were you just going that it's so dang epic? Just like the Taj Mahal. But yeah, new cellar. I'm loving this place. I do all my prep down here now. I got a keg with some brine. I'm working on learning brine and vinegar, like how it's all made. And Kenzie taught me that you put 40 fruit in to make a full thing of vinegar, or however that goes, or brine, or whichever it is. Yeah. And I got all this aged beer. This was all from that delivery that Hypno Joe made, because like I put an order for a ton of aged beer. I got it. So stoked on that. Let's see, chat. I have 6 greenhouses, but I'm gonna have to redo all of them with the update. Ugh. The latest update changed the layout. Yeah, that's right, huh? And my building for them is a snug fit. Not looking forward to the update. I sent some threatening onion ring over. Yeah, I was gonna make more of these electric greenhouses, and this one's producing way too much stuff. So like I decided I'd just stop here. And yeah, like currently all I need, like I have from it. So like I don't need to make any more grain or carrots, and I got enough lavash for now. So it's like it's so easy with that thing to restock anything I use from those. I have absolutely embraced the lavash. You were so right about that. That is my food, the food of the junkyard here. That's what we eat. I'm currently doing jute as like just trying to make infinite jute for everybody on the server, because it makes burlap, it makes other things like nets and stuff, and it's a brown compost, which is highly needed by composters here. So we've got this area I set up. This stuff is free for everybody on the server. I mean, everything in my junkyard is free for everybody on the server, but this is a little bit of like infinite kind of stuff that I'm getting that, you know, people can come up and grab, you know, it might be useful for them. Like clay has tons of uses. The jute and salt has tons of uses, is, you know, as far as like preserving meat goes. But that's really important. You go through a lot of salt. We seem to always be needing it. So anyways, all this area is stuff that I'm kind of producing infinite amounts of. People can come here and take from this as needed. Let's see. Howdy 5,000. Howdy 5,000 pops. I think that was the original thing. It's from a movie, right? Like Get and Play movie. Use 4 of mine for canola to make biodiesel. Okay. And soon the Centane or Centane boosted diesel. Okay. Just entered EV not long ago. EV. Dang. That's wild. I can't wait to get into that crazy stuff. So I'm going to be needing that biodiesel at that point, or can I like use the processed form of Reform It that comes later? I wonder. I finished the Stone Age. Check it out. Everything completed with my broken quest book. It's pretty awesome that I was able to complete a full tab. So stoked on that. Like this, none of us can get through this. This doesn't clear for anybody here. No, Joshua said. It's just one option. Okay, cool. Nice. So, oh yeah, Joshua, we just made this. Finally made the large chemical reactor. I didn't know this, but you're able to use, you probably told me this. It's just, I didn't realize, a lot of info coming in. Like it required higher level of certain ones of these, and I thought they had to be those higher level ones. But they, so that was a revelation to me. So now we've got this, which is sweet. Let's see. You're doing both gas and biodiesel lines. Nice, nice. I'm currently doing the Reform It and Syngas lines. Syngas still is holding up really well on this portion, so I'm just kind of going to leave it with that. And we just made the implosion compressor. So I'm pretty excited about this because I've hit a bit of a bottleneck with some of the things I've been trying to make, where I need like vitrificated pearls, I believe they're called, and you need to make those in this machine, right? I'm sure you know all about that now. You're way beyond that. But yeah, got my first implosion compressor. And yeah, when I looked this thing up, it's got that, and that was a big scary step right there. I was thinking, oh, how am I gonna make that? But yeah, like I said, I discovered you don't have to make that. Let's see, if you look at the GUI, yeah, let's see, so if we go GUI bam, and then we go say bam. So yeah, you had told me that before about these, but I was like, but there's everything here and they're all changing. Like what? I didn't really understand exactly how it was working at the time, but now that I understand things, I understand. So like, yeah, the where's the maintenance hatch, muffler hatch there, it shows we can do them all. That was great. And when I discovered this the other day, I realized that's what you were telling me, and that's how I was supposed to interpret it. I just too many new things. Let's see, but the list does not mean the level. Okay, just the block. Gotcha. Yeah, pretty stoked to have this thing in here. Just was working on getting it powered. I saw it can have 2 energy hatches. I only have 1 so far, and it's MV. So I was going to see how well that does and then kind of judge from there on like power needs, what I'm going to have to add to it. So I guess we're at the point where we need to try this thing out. Uses. So assume everything's going to take some form of explosive, whether it be TNT, powder barrels, or dynamite. Quick scroll, kind of seems to be the case. So let's look at this vitrificated pearl. There it is. Oh wait. Okay, vitrificated ender dust. So we need to make. Oh, those can be made in the pyrolyzed, huh? Interesting. Correct. Wait, Joshua, thank you. Wait. It's not right, right? Let's go boom. Industrial TNT is most efficient. Oh, so the different TNT types affect that. That's cool. Here. Actually, I need to focus on the vitrificated part. So these recipes in the explosion compressor are all for the vitrified ender dust. But when I look at recipe, it's all breaking down the vitrified ender pearl. Don't I grind the ender pearl to make that? How do I make an ender pearl? Have I been tripping this whole time? Okay, no. So we do make it here. I'm gonna need ender dust, which I have, an explosion. Close. So I got that. So we'll make that. But first, uses. Do I have to use a Pyrolyze oven to make these? It looks that way. Am I going to need a third Pyrolyze oven? Because my other ones are dedicated. Boom, ender dust, huh? Let's do that then. First step. We have dynamite. And that I got some powder kegs or whatever they're called, powder barrels. What? Okay. So it's gonna have 2 outputs, 2 inputs. Told me I needed 1 of each. I knew that was pushing it. So I'm gonna need to make another output bus, or another of each. There's no hatches required, it looks like. Okay. Oh, it's because I made ULV ones like it showed. I should have made them better. The LV ones would be enough, but maybe I'd go ahead and just make some MV ones. Oh, there's the front crate. You can just have it go into the same hatch. Like if I make a bigger hatch though, right? Since it's only got 1 slot. Yeah, I made what it said on the thing. Yeah, I'll redo that. Both of those. All right. But I think I'll make MV ones. Just cause. Got 3 machine holes on me. Yeah. Wait. Buses. Oh my gosh. Bus. Bussin'. All right. So now I do need the bronze crates. Bronze crate is long bronze rods and bronze plates. Okay. Back in action. Bronze rods, I got just enough. That. Wooden crate wrong. Go. And boom, we did it. Oh yeah. Okay, sweet. Sure. One, let's do that, this. Heck yeah. There was something I was trying to make. I think it might, I don't know what it was, but it required like, oh yeah. It's, so when I was trying to make this, it had that one like IV requirement or something. Or it had an HV requirement. I was looking at making it, and there was a chip required, you know, that you make with the laser graver, but then it couldn't be cut without something that was incredibly high level, because it was just like the next tier. It was an HV, but it said that the HV cutter, it has to be in a clean room. I was like, what? So I looked up clean room, and that is not, what's happening? Anyway, but yeah, the other thing, the cutter needed a clean room for some reason, and clean rooms are way advanced. It's not getting enough power. Is that what's happening? It keeps resetting. Where's the power going for this thing? Like, it's got power, it's not draining it. What is happening? So it can't, it's draining that fast. Okay. Clean room isn't that bad. I had one before getting a large, you had one before the large chemical reactor. Nice. It looks like the main block for the clean room requires IV, I believe. This is draining faster, or too fast. Thought it would work on this line, but I guess just not gonna happen here. So hang on. It had been a fine tell just now, being that it's an HV machine. But we'll put the MV one back. Let's try this again. Wait. Put a battery in the machine and it will give power as needed and store power. What? That's a thing? I didn't know it worked that way. I think I just lost some. Oh, let's try that. Where'd my other crate go? Did I only have one crate? Didn't make the hatch, but it just ate my stuff. Boo. Okay, just put and a battery. A battery. Let me one of those. Will MV battery work? That's cool. Get it. Make it. Well, it was. Oh, it didn't use the battery. Probably has to be an HV battery, huh? But it's making stuff. Where is this going? What is happening? It's eating up everything. Am I chirping here? Is it because it's technically in process and I broke the last one while it was being processed? But that's it, huh? And so I did lose the last stuff. Dang. The output, it's actually, it had no output because it hadn't been set to go down, but it should be right below it. But it should be right here. Yeah, I think I screwed up there. Can't break it while running. I did though. Lost the first one. All right. That's a, and that means I got to make more bronze stuff. Hey, we got one. Make an HV gem battery. They're better. Okay. The ones that I used to make like this armor, right? Is the gem. Not going to work yet because this output isn't going to cut it. It's a drum. More. No! Disaster! Disaster! Worst thing happened. Get back here. Back here. Get back here. Nope. Okay. That. I need drums. I need bronze. Bronze. I think I'm out of bronze. Oh my gosh. Had everything I needed until just then when I blew it. Got bronze plates. Can't do something like this. I'll break that down. Are you crazy, Josh? Is that really a thing? Yeah, I was using a burner at first. I wanted to see if Ricky had left the duck here for me, so I wanted to see if it would get the hat. And ideally, I want a rat to put here because this is the junkyard. I figured the rat would be best. Yeah, although it's the tiniest, and I'm gonna misclick all the time. But that's crazy. Is that like, that's not vanilla, right? Like, is that something the mod added? So if I, come here. Wait. That and then what, right click? Oh my gosh. That is so cool. What is that from? That's gotta be from a mod, right? I've never seen that before. Love that. Okay, oh yeah. So I macerate this stuff, I assume. Man, that's exciting. Like, that's so nice to get things to sit down. Vanilla Create does that? That's cool. And do it right here in the electric. Oh wait, this is so much faster than. Long rods. I was the Create guy, but I didn't play for like 2 years. That's gotta be a mechanic since that time. I feel like I do all those hidden things back in the day, and I had never seen that before. But yeah, ever since that last server I was on with Create ended, I haven't got to touch Create since, and the whole time I've been wanting to get back to Create. It's like those were my favorite like tutorials to do, were Create tutorials. And so when I started doing when this season started, I was looking forward to it being Create because I could get back to Create tutorials. When trains were added, oh man, I never really got into trains, so that might be why. But yeah, yeah, I was looking forward to finally being able to get to do Create tutorials again. And then this isn't create. This is something completely different that is very niche that a tutorial wouldn't do as well for. So this isn't it. I'm still hoping to get on a series where I can do that as well. But like right now with ZetaCraft, this is my main series, so, and I'm having fun. I'm focusing on stuff. Yeah, crates. Hey, heck yeah, the HV batteries work. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I probably should just go back to the regular MV assembler here. Hey, Hypno. Yep, things worked out. Ricky was able to call my corpse from outer space. Oh, things worked out. It turned out my corpse was floating around up in space in another dimension. Boom. Like it made an explosion when oh wait. Did it? There. It did make an explosion sound, didn't it? Ender pearls. First ender pearls. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so these we need to start vitrificating, but we can do that now. How many does it take? 4. Get these. I think I've got these from like bastions only so far. Supposed to make them from forest fruit. Mixer, beryllium and potassium and nitrogen. I can do that in an HV mixer. I haven't made the HV mixer yet, but will be on the list. Heck. Okay. So that's how I'll get those. Let's see. What should I work on next? Is there any other good like multi-blocks you can think of that might work around the place? I think I've asked you this before, but yeah, I kind of want to start filling up more of the area here that's like, because we got a lot of empty space. So like these are small multi-blocks and I did kind of reach to get to them because I guess some of this is more HV stuff, but if it'll fit in here, I'd like to put it in here. I'm eventually going to do the fishery, but that's one that requires IV, it looks like, to make the main controller, but I'm going to put that here. There's the drilling rig, but that's like a temporary thing. Inside, ideally, but like outside too, if there's something. Inside, not really. Okay. What about the distillation tower? Is that like definitely above me as far as like it wouldn't be something I could realistically make here? Be more HV or higher. You don't get many multi-blocks until you go to EV and up. All right. Yeah, I've seen some crazy multi-blocks in those upper tiers. Had no idea how much there was. Well, having the ender pearls is a big step, I'd say, because you can start looking into vitrificating pearls and work on some of the stuff that I couldn't make before, because a lot of the early HV stuff that I could make requires so. But was I correct in that the pyrolyse is the only way to make this? It's an EV multi-block, but once you get the clean room, you can go straight from HV to EV. Okay. The distillation tower goes outside. Huh? Nice. I didn't realize that was an outdoor thing. Pyrolysis oven. This is the only way to make this. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna make a third pyrolysis. That's crazy. But I guess this could be like my pyrolysis that's used for other things, like, because the other two are like locked into what they're creating. So I mean, the factory is getting full, like power wise. It's hitting a point where everything's going to stop producing because it's already at max capacity. But maybe that is a good time to start using one of the other pyro. Let me think about this for a moment. I'm going to AFK for just 1 minute, gang, and I'll be right back and think about what to do next. So the distillation tower isn't for outdoor. Okay, good to know. So Joshua, question. Thermal centrifuges. How do you have your setup? Do you just run one? And I assume you probably have a factory setup, right? Like conveyor line kind of thing. But do you just run off of one thermal centrifuge, or do you have a different setup for that? Because it feels like this is a major bottleneck. It processes the material so slowly. I'd gone mining and I got like a decent amount of stuff, but nothing too crazy. And it took me literally a week to process it all because this thing is so slow. So you do want to have many of these, huh? I thought about that. I'm thinking about putting in just like a bank of a bunch of these and like these specifically. But yeah, it seems like that is the case then, huh? All right. So advanced thermal centrifuges. I'll make some of this right now. Did use all of the holes though. So probably need more of those. Yep. All right, aluminum. Let's grab some of these. Post a screenshot of your old setup back in HV in Discord. Awesome. Thanks, Joshua. I appreciate that. Let me open that up really quick and take a look, since it's what I'm thinking about doing right now. the making of it, not thinking about opening up Discord. I heard Discord. Let's see, well, chat, there you are. Okay. Dang. That's impressive. Okay, I see what you're doing. That's crazy. That's a great setup. I like that. Oh, you got chain conveyor set up here too. Nice. That's to drop stuff off, I believe. Yeah, there's your little frog guy. Okay. Okay. I really should make an ore processing thing like this. I've thought about it, and like, I know I definitely should. I'm the kind of guy who likes to process stuff manually, but it's such a bottleneck right now with the thermal centrifuge that it's like, this is not the way after this last week of processing stuff. But I mean, I don't really have a place for that here. And it could go underground. I don't really want to. I don't know. I'll start thinking about that again. I was thinking about making other like factory lines that didn't have to be as big as an ore processing one. But now you got me thinking again. Anyway, let's get back to these thermals for the time being. Copper cable? Yep. Should be good. Okay, let's see. Is it gonna make them? No prob. Okay. Let's toss these in here and see what we're looking at as far as materials go for thermals. We can make 3 of them. Okay. Let's do that. Three macerators into 8 washers, splits gems off to 3 sifters. Okay. Yeah, sifting is a bottleneck too, for sure. Ores go on to 8 thermal centrifuges, gems that were sifted back in. Yeah, that's where it was getting like, oh man, how do you set that up properly? But I see what you did now. Ores back to 8 macerators. Output is in a storage, except for small dust. Those are sent to packers. Okay. Also have to set up export. So have it set up to export dust that are only used in centrifuge. Get more dust to auto centrifuge and centrifuge to get more dust to auto centrifuge. Oh, okay, gotcha. It's quite a setup. Oh man, maybe ore processing kind of sucks, right? Maybe we make like a community ore processor, like in Spawn or something, so that it would stay loaded if we had to leave it, and it would keep processing the material. Might be the play, honestly, because I don't really have a place for it anymore. I've got a lot of space to fill up here, but not like, you know, a manufacturing line like that is. Yeah, I think I might do this as an actual like Spawn community build. I'm liking that. I'm gonna do that. All right, for the time being. I put these. Oops, that should be going. This is my salt generator, my infinite salt here. I'm processing infinite salt water through a couple advanced centrifuges into salt. And I've got void sides here, so it's voiding all the water that it would produce. So it's only producing salt. Pretty nice little system. But that's not a problem. If you do it, I will need to be it would need to be a massive and take lots of power. Okay. When you say massive, like bigger than the picture you showed me? Well, the water is, we don't really need it, right? We have tons of infinite water. Plus I've got this thing, an aqueous accumulator. This sends water to everything throughout the, electrolyze it to get gas. Okay, that's, well, I could just hook up an electrolyzer to a water line though, right? Because as it is, the water is hardly used just when I'm using a specific machine. I guess it could add in another turbine over here and then let's see. I want to look at the electrolyzer recipe real quick. There we go. All right. Nitrogen, oxygen. Am I getting nitrogen and oxygen from this? Nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, so hydrogen. Don't like wasting stuff. You try not to avoid anything if I can help it. Yeah, with water, it felt like I could get away with avoiding it since I have just unlimited anywhere. As it is, this is an unlimited source just right underneath I made, you know. It feels easy to get the water. Hydrogen, I assume I'm gonna need a lot more of that in the future. I don't know what kind of stores I have of hydrogen currently. There we go. 5.5 million. Let's see. I think I have some too in a. Oh, these are nitrogens and oxygens in these. Okay. Yeah, I probably should start doing that, huh? To produce the hydrogen. I mean, I've got 5 million, but if I need it, that could go pretty quick, I assume. So. Okay. Let's see. Got all this stuff still. I haven't made it. Go ahead and make those 3. That's it. Centrifuges. Now, where do I put these is what I was wondering. Where do I want to? I kind of would prefer at the moment to attach it to an existing system because I don't have any more turbines or battery boxes or batteries made. And as it is, I need to make more batteries. Definitely. But what would be a good idea to put it, like attach it to? Like if it's over on this side, I'm attaching it to the reformate gas, which is definitely better. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to put this outside when everything else is over here. Use all of these machines. But there are some of these I don't hardly use. Maybe I just take them off of the line, I'm thinking. Like the fluid heater I'm not really using. The fermenter, and like I can set these up elsewhere. Yes, the electromagnetic separator. I have been starting to use that though. What about this side? Compressor I do use. Furnace, I mean, the furnace is kind of obsolete now with the multi-structure furnace, the multi-furnace, whatever it's called. But yeah, I could remove that. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of changing things around here. So we'll do centrifuge, 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 like that. Crusher, macerator, macerator. Yeah. Okay, so then we have the electric furnace, which we can probably do without. Compressor I do want here. Arc furnace I definitely need. Okay, so let's get rid of fluid heater. Put the compressor there. Get rid of the fermenter. I just broke my wrench. Crazy. I got this guy for now. Hopefully it'll work for everything. Fluid heater, arc furnace. Let's put that there. Oh no. Oh no. I need a wrench. Maybe I still have a wrench. I definitely still have a wrench, just not a good one. Grab the spare wrench for now. It'll be time to make some new super wrenches. Probably like an electric version of the wrench, huh? That'd probably be the way to go at this point. Let's go. That. Okay, what else do we? Fluid heater, we're not using that. Furnace, sensor. All right, I think we're good. Some of these machines are gonna need a rework. Compressor doesn't want to go into a drum. I don't think I have any crates made at the moment. Yeah, one I could put in there. Oh, had a crate on me too. Heck yeah. We'll put that there and that there. Shoot really quick. All right, the fun side here. I'm thinking let's get rid of those. And we're gonna need some item pipes. Go with our standard normal cobalt item pipes. This is the basic ones I use. I'm sure there's a lot better I could be making now, but they've done pretty well, so I think they'll be all right. All right, something like that. And then if I do say like that. I need something to centrifuge, which is what I've been sticking away from because it's all I've been doing lately. But I want to see the quicker processing. I need to after so long of this last week of doing it the hard way, the long way. I spent so much time just sitting here in my factory this last week watching things process. It's been rough. Yeah, I need to find something to process so we can test this out. I don't have anything currently. Let's see, it was a mine over here back in the day. Maybe there's something in it I could grab really quick. Where'd that go? There it is. I don't even know what kind of a mine this was anymore now. Oh, huh? I might have cleaned this out. Huh. All right, this one looks emptied out. I'm not gonna get enough from it. Let's see, maybe I mean, I could just Decisions. I think I'm gonna run into the beneath and mine something, because the beneath, it's more fun. There's stuff out there everywhere, easy to get to. Let's grab one of these ore sacks. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. We're just grabbing some spare material right now. Gonna fix my drill first. Go hover mode. Boom. Okay. Yeah, that's right there. Come on, hover. Oh, not everything's available in the beneath. Yeah, I didn't really need anything specifically. It's just kind of whatever. Although it probably would have made sense to go after something I need. I'll probably need all of those eventually, right? All right, I guess we could do one more ore sack. Probably good though. A lot to process, but not like big stacks of anything yet. We should get a little more so I can see, like, because we're trying to like push the processing of the thermal centrifuges, and I want to see how it loads them too in this situation. I believe it's going to have to fully fill up one slot, or yeah, one input slot first before it can move to the next one. If there's a lot of stuff, I guess it'll just send the next material down, so that should be fine, honestly. Let's head back to base. Home, where's home? Here somewhere. On it. I think I'm under it. There we go. Hover. All right. I have to charge this jetpack. The fuel consumption is insane on this jetpack. I mean, the mobility is freaking amazing though, so I mean, it's worth it. Some extra stuff. Make a little room. That should be good. Let's do this. Right there. good jetpack charging, and let's start processing some material here. Macerator. Normally I like to do like specific materials like at a time. Right now it's like whatever. It's not a real mining session. Get this sent in too. Okay, that's all the stuff to process. Oh, something didn't like is in there. Oh, I gotta redo the outputs. Okay, makes sense. I just moved everything. And I was already there, so we're good. We got a lot of this stuff. Get it washed. And then from here, I believe we can put it directly into the center. Oh wait, this stuff is gems though, right? This is sifting stuff. Tell me I got stuff that's not gems. I mean, I guess, well, I don't know if gems can even be processed in the thermal. All right, we do have sapphirite. Sphalerite. I used to call it Cinderellite. Let's see. All right, it can't go into the thermal. What am I missing out? I mean, all the stuff, but yeah, I'm just gonna toss this straight into the thermal, and we'll see from there. I don't have to sift everything. I got a lot of the stuff already sifted. Made it back in time. Nice. Welcome back, Kenzie. I did get gems, lots. Lovely, lovely gems, right? That's not what I should have thought about it a little more before I did that. I'm excited. Let's toss that in and see what happens. Nothing. Doesn't work like a drum, right? Boom. Nah, I didn't think that was gonna work. Do I have an item conveyor? No, if I do. I do. Let's just grab the HV one. Why not? Right, there we go. And it dumped all into there. Assume that's all of it. Yep. All right. Off our stone dust and back to our box. Let's see, this is the moment. Yes, it works. Yes, love it. Oh my gosh, I should have done this so much sooner. And I thought about doing this so many times, but I'm like, nah, I want to sit here for days on end staring at it slowly process. Oh man. Get all this stuff washing. Man, losing the create super cheaty way to wash is rough. It was such a nice like step in the process of processing material that we could just wash it the create way. I know it's cheaty for this mod pack, but I mean, a little bit cheaty stuff here and there doesn't feel like the worst thing when you're a year in on a server like this. Gamer Dad Dave, hey, how's it going? Casually uses HV conveyor. I'm so jealous. I'm pretending to be an HV. I've made a few HV things here and there that I need to make certain things, and that's been about it. I don't know why I even had that HV conveyor, honestly. I don't know where it came from. I clearly made it, but you complain about that now, but you saw my setup and was complaining that it wasn't fast enough. Oh no. What do you mean it can't process 64 stacks in 5 seconds? Right? I thought it would. That right, like that machine, that system looks like it should do it that quick. Absolutely. Time to over-engineer it for real. One thing, man, I was really hoping, like, I didn't know we weren't gonna have villagers of any type here. Like, one of my biggest goals for this season was I wanted to remake the villager turner that I made, and I was gonna do a tutorial on it, but yeah, we can't do that here. But yeah, I made this tutorial, or I made this village turner where it is a villager breeder that hooks up into a system that automatically can fully turn them for you 5 times so that their trades are as cheap as possible, you know? It's a pretty cool little setup. But yeah, and as far as I know, no one's ever done one of those, so I thought that would be a great tutorial, but I've not gotten a chance to put it together yet. I still have the old build, but it's not gonna work here. Villagers are so vanilla, right? We need those new villagers that are even more limited. Books are only in certain specific biomes and stuff like that. I'm loving this. Technically, there is villagers per se, like the bad ones, the illagers, the outposts. Probably nothing we can actually get trading from. Oops. Oh yeah, and so see that? We got memory leaks detected. I feel like that's a problem. I feel like that's what's been causing the lag on the server, but I could be wrong. But when I look at logs, it's filled with OpenGL errors. The logs are getting spammed. And when the lag starts happening here, our lag spikes that we're getting, the log is just like immense, massive size. It's putting out so many errors. So we got to figure out what's causing that. It has been a lot better though since I've removed the 3 force-loaded chunks I had going. So who knows, maybe that was the problem, because we haven't actually had the spikes since then. Calcium. Is calcium like really useful for anything? I've got a stupid amount of calcium I've been saving. And it's like every time I look at the recipes, it's like nothing even seems worth it. Like it's not needed. But it's the point where I've got so much, I gotta get rid of it. Electrolyzer. Oh. Is centrifuge for that? It must be. Fine. Where does this go? Like I speed it for calcium, which I currently really don't care about. So if I come across a village, get ready to fight. I have seen a couple of those villages. They're like super far up north. That used to be like an hour flight up north to get to, but it's a lot better now with these new war balloons. Memory leaks. I don't know. Memory leak sounds like something you'd experience from the Animus in Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I could see that. Would telling a story be a memory leak? You're just leaking memories. What am I getting? This stuff, this is ready for sifting, right? Yep, sifting. Another bottleneck. I need to do a big processor. Oh man, I'm happy I talked to you about this today, actually, because now like I'm set. This was never even in my mind to make a community or processing station and Spawn, and now I'm excited. I want to do it. I can't wait to get that started. This is the same stuff. This goes sifting as well. Not the same stuff, but it's gems. This is, yeah, I don't care about calcium, honestly. Is it that? Oh, but I still gotta do something with it. So, find it. All right, fine. I'll take the stupid calcium. Weird. Must have overclicked that one. I love memory leak soup. It's tasty and nutritious. And what was I saying? Nice. That's a good one, Dave. Macerate. These I'm going to hang on to for now because I'm getting more of those that will need electrolyzing. This I can put into the storage. As long as I'm not eating bird nest soup, I'm fine. All right. We've got these new toys now today that I don't know much of what to do with them. Like this just does the same thing, right? Oh, hey, maybe you know, Joshua. Or Gamer Dave Dad. Gamer, why do I always do that? Gamer Dad Dave. I always say Gamer Dave Dad in my head right before I'm saying your name. And it just throws me off. Let's see. I was trying to make something in here. Okay, yeah, potassium, sodium. Let me go grab some more potassium so I can show you what I mean, and maybe you can help figure out what's happening here. Because something doesn't seem right. Man, I'm so slow without my advanced jetpack. Potassium. Go. Oh, so far away when I'm moving so slow. Grab some sodium. Got that here. It seems like it's processing way faster than it should be. The large chemical reactor, that's what it's called. Right. So we'll toss. Wait, no, it's not put. Wait, there's. There we go. Actually, put that right there for now. So if we look here, it's processing the stuff in 4-second intervals. All right. Just Dave is fine. Okay. Had to Google bird nest soup. Ew. So right here, this is processing at 4 seconds. And if we look, this is a sodium potassium. Sodium potassium chemical reactor, 15 seconds to process. And then if we look at the large chemical reactor, 15 seconds to process. And if we look at the chemical reactor itself, let's go. Energy hatches, it can use up to 2, right? And it says HV is like the base energy hatch. Now this has 1 MV energy hatch on it and no more. So shouldn't this be taking a lot longer to make stuff? I process everything. Ish. Shouldn't this be taking a lot longer? Like, it's my understanding that like if it's 15 seconds, I could have cut the time in half by doing like 2 HV energy hatches and feeding both of them with power. But this is like a quarter of the speed with less power. Seems weird, right? What coil? Oh, does this use coil? I'm definitely using a Canthal coil. If it uses them, would that be why? Does it make that much of a difference? Because that's a pretty big difference, it feels like. That's right, it did take a single coil in the back. Okay. Wow, that makes that much of a difference. Oh man, I'm never gonna try to make a Copper-nickel coil again, because they're even harder to make now. And Canthal coils are so much easier to make. Better coil, faster times. Makes sense. I just didn't realize it was that much of a change. That's amazing. So that's probably why this was doing it too then, I thought. Like it's back to where it should be. But for a while it was processing at like 16 seconds when it shouldn't have been, as far as I was concerned. So, no, good to know. I also had this thing turning off because the new setup, it started turning itself off and I'm back on. And so that, whatever they're called, Pyridy, put me on these before. Machine controllers, those things are awesome. They keep machines turned on. That works. And now, and my cracker also never turns off unless it's fully processed everything and it's waiting for this gas to move out by being used up by the system. But so far, the way this, so you know, I got this crazy like stack of reformant gas that powers the whole plant. Well, it didn't need it, so I've turned that off and it's running completely off of this for right now because I wanted to see what kind of drain, and even with everything attached, it's not draining. It's keeping it fully topped up. So I think this works pretty good. This is also one of the few multi-blocks with perfect overclocking. Okay. Good to know. So wait, but shouldn't I need to add more energy to it to perfectly overclock? Will this be processing in like a second? So this thing is incredible then, because like it can actually process way faster. I was thinking it could just like hold bulk better, but okay. I have been using this thing a lot lately, but just not with anything I'm doing currently. It's been for like all the liquids I've been processing. Like liquid polytetrafluoroethylene, bunch of hydrogen sulfate. I made a ton of polyethylene here, but I've been using it pretty fast. I've been making huge pipes out of these, which you chews through it pretty quickly. But I've gone to lead huge pipes now because, I don't know, they actually seem a little better in a lot of cases. Oh man, I got a lot of sodium potassium and I'm making even more. A bunch of biomass too. I need to start producing this. You guys have any suggestion what to use this on. Like, I know I make biodiesel, I believe, but I don't need it, do I? Like, I'm currently running off of Syngas, Reformit, and Steam. It feels like that side of power is fine. Is there anything else? Like, I know I can ferment the biomass and make fertilizer, is for one thing. But like, I had made all this fertilizer a long time ago and I've never used any of it. So the reason I haven't used all that gas is because I don't have a processing line for my ores. That is one of the 3 major power sinks in Gregtech build. Okay. Well, it looks like if I do build this at spawn, I'm at least going to have plenty of power for it. But it probably would be a good idea to hook up some sort of power generation for it too at spawn. So it's just not a major sink, you know, I'm not just losing out on everything. To work on now. You guys have any suggestions on what I should work on next around this place? We know the factory kind of line is going to be happening, but I need some time to plan that now that I have an actual idea for it. You suggest making biodiesel to later use on my drill rigs and auto miners you will need to place later in the playthrough. Okay. So I should go ahead and make biodiesel out of it. Gotcha. Actually, while we're thinking about that, check my biomass production over here really quick. Might be maxed out. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult going from that advanced jetpack to a regular jetpack. Man, these third world problems, I mean first world problems. Almost full. Oh, I'm out of biochaff. Gonna have to make some more. Have used it all. Dang, well, it's easy to make because I get infinite saplings now, so that's good. Diesel is more power dense. I'll let that keep running for now. What to do? The conveyor chains, frog ports, and gauges, or major automation. Gauges? What gauges? These kind of gauges? Factory fluid gauge? Factory gauge? Oop, it's not done. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so the address, that's where I'm going to need like the frog ports and the chain conveyors, right? Okay. What is this? Remember, gauges are not placed on packagers that monitor stock levels of all linked inventories. Okay. How though? Right click it with, okay, you right click the item you want to monitor. Where does it say though? Does that little gauge, does this like have a number on it that it shows? What is this system? How have I not seen this stuff? This is wild. Okay. What? This is amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. I need to play around with this stuff, do some testing, get used to these. Oh, Joshua, for instance, 64 buckets of reforma gas give you a lot of EU, while 64 buckets of cetane boosted diesel equivalent level fuel gives you 46,000. Yeah, auto system from Create. Use that heavily. Nice. Wow, this is a lot, this system. I'm gonna need to watch like a gauge tutorial. I want to fully understand all this stuff because I haven't seen any of this before. Look at that. It's incredible you could do this. Oh, I'm so excited. Button appears, it says. How do you know that? Like, you see an actual button show up on there? I need to just use this stuff and start playing with it, I guess, to see. Click and hold it. Okay. Yeah, so far we only use chains for travel. It's so nice. It's the quickest method of traveling, sort of. I mean, now it's getting a little better with the warships, especially since I've got the HV upgrades in my warship now. Thing is like Mach speed. This is a lot of tutorial under the ponder. Okay. I'm a little nervous to use wireless redstone currently because it feels like that's what's been causing some of the corruption we've been having. We are the chain gang. That's right, Kenzie. Oh, free fluid gauge. I assume it works pretty much the same. No ponder anyway for that, so cool. Just save that. Okay, I don't have any actual plans currently, so let's go take a look at spawn. I do it in style. All right, so much better. Okay. Where would this go? And he's got a lot going on in this area. I probably want to stay away from that section. We still need to build the silo around that. Oh my gosh. So spawns, the center of spawn is like right here. And it's what, like 256 blocks out. So we want it to be within spawn range. So Ricky's there. Seems like you might need to go over here somewhere, or maybe back in there. So let's go through here. This is Mount Mackenzie. Spawn Rock. Is this, do we have, is Mount Mackenzie separate, Kenzie? That's Mount Mackenzie there, or Kenzie, whichever it's called. Kenzie's Rock. So this is Spawn Rock over here, and this is like national treasure. We need to rebuild it. But this is also spawn protected. I can't do anything in this chunk, but that's fine. But judging by the way town's currently laid up, we're probably going to have some kind of an entrance coming in here, and this is going to be like a landmark, a monument for us. So it's like I don't want to interfere with any of that. If I put it here, like that seems like it could be a good spot for it, but it's so close to Ricky. Mount Kenzie's in the farm. Yeah, that one. The full rock. The real mount. I guess like maybe back here, but then I have to travel even further. It's going to be easier for Kenzie in this little bit of forest. I haven't been in here since like early spawn days, when I was so lost and had no idea what this mod was. Maybe. So currently I'm kind of thinking we could put a factory right there for ore processing. Oh. About this section. Kenzie, do you have any thoughts on this section here? I know you've been out here a lot more lately into this kind of area. Maya, what are you putting in? So I'm thinking about making a factory setup for ore processing, which makes it a lot easier to ore process. And I was going to do it in spawn so everybody could use it. And I'd make it like a bigger one that could process, you know, a bunch of stuff at once. But that's going to require some space. Like this chunk, or well, this location could possibly do it. It might be a good place for it. It's on kind of like a main road. But do you have any plans for this spot, Kenzie? Have you been doing anything to that spot? I know you're in this section heavily right now, and your base is going to be back here, right? I think it's that it. That it? No, down there. Okay, so it's a good ways away from your base. Wants to pave paradise and put up a parking lot, kind of. So I'm thinking, like, if we pictured like kind of a rectangle within this block of trees right here, like bam, 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 bam. I'm thinking about that big. Like, I don't have any plans for a building yet, but it's more what would be on the floor of the structure, like what it's going to need to process. You're in the AG part of town. The agriculture side. South is the industrial half. Sorry. So yeah, the problem with that is a spawn is up here, and there's a 256 block range from spawn that'll stay loaded. And I fear that anything kind of out here that I would put it, it's not going to be loaded. And we want it to be loaded so that it can process without us being next to it. That's the greenhouse space at the north end. Okay. So it looks like, oh, I thought I ran out of gas. I think I'm just going to have to put it closer to Ricky's, which is kind of a shame because he's got his own factory for it right there. But if that's the rock, it's going to have to go right here, I would say, along this road. So probably right here. I'll flatten out this section. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see. Take a look. Not, how come the claim doesn't show up for me? Doesn't this area have a claim on it? When I've been at other people's claims, I can see their claim. But this doesn't, but I clearly can't do anything here. Yeah, what the heck? Weird. All right. Well, I can't really see how much is claimed, but I assume it's only that. Let's take a look. Oh, it's multiple chunks claimed then. Claimed, this is claimed, this is claimed. Certainly this isn't claimed, right? What? That's claimed? Spawn protection? Greenhouse has to be ixnayed. We will survive. Oh, if it has to. No, it doesn't need to. We can put the greenhouse on the existing farmland. Nah. Spawn protection. What if it was built at the base of the mountain to the northwest? The forestry area, yeah, north of Spawn Rock. All right, yeah, I'll take a look. So wait, their spawn protection is different than chunks, huh? As far as like, I thought he just claimed chunks. So, did a 3-chunk grid around it then maybe? So I mean, I gotta be able to break this stuff, right? Yeah. That would mean like this is spawn. Or down does it go? Can I affect these? Okay. That's right. Okay, so back to what Kanzi said. Oh, wait. North and slightly west. Protection is 32 blocks in all. Okay, directions to spawn. Or processing doesn't have to be huge. Mine is just to create vault with ore processing machines right against the vault. Yeah, that sounds like a good setup. Ricky can change it if I think it gets reset with every update. Cool. Let's see, where was that you said? North of Spawn Rock. That's where I was looking, north and west. That's Kenzie. North and west of Spawn Rock. Isn't that the same area I was originally talking about? Go back to where I was. That's the area there that I was talking about, right? You mean up in here? Because then it's kind of like getting away from everything. Like it needs to be access. Losing my mind with the stream delay. You're so close to the area I was talking about. Close to it. Well, north of Spawn Rock, right? So here. Feel like you mean here. I hate that. I'm always dumb. I drink less beer than I throw out. I swear. I wish I could remove that like option of dumping with shift right click. No, oh my gosh. You mixed up east and west. Okay. That makes sense. I give up. Just put it anywhere. So north and slightly east of, so that would be over here. That's where you're talking even closer to Ricky's. We can cut new roads. Yeah. What do you think of this spot, Kenzie? Right here. Like if I flatten this out some, put down a little bit of a structure here. Yeah, I've been telling you guys how things have been going wrong on the server. What button is it? I give up. Also, something else. My buttons keep just randomly being fully reset for no apparent reason at all. They're just all reset. I assume it's got something to do with the lag. Too far east, more north. Well, this is north. Don't forget get to upgrade that so you can see through the fog. You thought that was going to be a park-like area? I didn't even know about this park-like area. What about downhill from the metalwork place, the forgery? So, downhill from the forgery. So then you mean either this side or that side? This side is definitely going to be too far away to be loaded and spawn. All right. Sorry, Kenzie. I didn't know that was going to be some sort of a park. Like I'll talk to Ricky about this and see where he thinks I should put it, I guess. Because I don't know what a lot of future builds are that are going in here. And we need to be within a spawn range, so. But we got some time. Park, huh? We got a lot to do around spawn still, too. I feel like I need to get to building. I've been building at the junkyard so much lately. You're raging right now? What did I do? Underground ore processing bunker. Yeah, that might be how it turns out. Spawn Rock was going to be a little preservation park-like space. Yeah, okay. I figured that. I didn't know where it was going to go. I guess that was a lot bigger than I realized. Yeah, we could definitely go underground. Ideally, we want to put it over ground, above ground, you know, just for people to be able to see it. But if it in something like this, you know, where, you know, we need it to be in spawn, we need a certain amount of space, definitely we might end up putting it underground. So good shout there, Dave. It wasn't going to be a huge space, but I was saying, I can still see it. So that's the rock right there. And then we're talking coming this way. So the park, I mean, oh no, really? Okay. Well, yeah, the area I was thinking is still, it would be too close. And then if I put it there now, it would lock you guys into a possibly smaller area than you might want when it comes to actually building things. So it'd probably be best if I stay away from that location. I'll think about it. I probably should talk to Ricky about it too, because he might have some plans for different buildings and things in the area as well. So no worries, Kenzie. Don't stress on it. I will put it around the rock. Put it under the old forge. Yeah. I mean, it would be fitting too. And then I mean, hey, then I don't have to build a big building for it, which that's always great. So the old forge is right here. Okay. What is that stupid button? Reset my keys so many times. I don't know where all my like non-go-to buttons are. But yeah, you know, under the forgery does make sense, or just under this area in general, because this is all like processing area. Yeah, I think that's what we'll probably do. Then I don't have to worry as much about making a building for it too. Good call, gang. I do still need to run it by Ricky just to let him know and be like, hey, is this cool, boss? All right. Well, I don't have anything else really planned for tonight, and I got some plans moving forward though. We're gonna build that probably next time on stream here, which would, I guess, would be next week unless something comes up and between then, and that would be some other, you know, thing like streaming with Ricky or something. So we want to really be working on that, but I think I'm gonna call it if everybody's cool with that. I feel like I'm starting to like kind of drone on, lag, you know, not giving you guys anything new here. So you're probably getting bored anyway. Who knew an ore processing factory would be the biggest controversy on the server, right? Future plans. If you do put it underground, then make a really cool elevator. Heck yeah. Make cheeseburgers. Definitely. I'm going to make that in real life. Let's see. Put it underground. A really cool elevator. I do love my elevators. And I've only gotten one in here this season, so that's a must. And like I've been doing a lot of these kind of elevators lately. I think it's time to get a little more creative. We'll come up with some cool designs, something different elevator wise, if I can. Ideally, I would like to. So yeah, I'm gonna try to come up with a cool elevator design as well. Let's see. So one more thing before I go. This skylight here, does it work, this thing? Like, do you guys think this works? The whole plates, like it's supposed to be like the straps that are holding it down. It feels like it needs more. I don't know. It feels like something's either missing or too much or just not right with the skylight. So I don't know. Putting that out there. You guys let me know what you think. If you ever come up with any just random ideas pertaining to this, let me know. Love to hear them. You know, it's a work in progress, so I'm sure we'll eventually get it. But as for now, gang, I think we're gonna call it. We got some good stuff done here. We got some multi-blocks done. I've learned some more great things from you guys, so we got new goals moving forward, which is always great. Doesn't have the frame. Looks odd, like it doesn't have a frame, right? Like it does look, I'm with you, it does look odd. It's definitely missing something. And yeah, I tried to make like that to be slightly kind of frame, but once I started covering bits, it's like I'm gonna be covering up all the glass and doesn't, I don't know. I feel like this is a main source of the problem still, honestly. Like I like the idea of it. I like how it kind of looks like it's strapped down by the brass or bronze plates. I don't know. I think you're onto something though, Josh. But okay, I will dwell on that for a bit and all the other things and see what we come up with for next stream. Hey everybody, thanks for being here. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. Especially all the help you've been giving me. It's been huge. And I'm happy to be back streaming. This last week was kind of rough since I didn't get to stream because of the flu I had and just all the problems happening on the server. But yeah, we're back. We're in action. And hopefully we can get Ricky back here a little more and have some fun with him. Embrace the Taj Mahal, Kenzie says. So like industrial Taj Mahal. Beefy center dome. Yeah, I'd always pictured an oval kind of dome, oblong dome, because of the length of the roof. Dynamic edge light to make thin wire frame look. Dynamic edge light. So I think I might have already done something like that. I originally had some of those thin lights around this ridge in here, lighting it up, and it looked kind of weird from down below, like it wasn't in, it was kind of out of place because nothing else was like it. So I eventually went and I hid lights under these and then along the sides. I think I might have some like that. Yeah, these things, dynamic edge light. Awesome. So these are the flat ones though, so I think there's vertical ones too. It does light up at night. So I originally had these around the inner ring completely, so it was definitely really lit up. It lit better than it does now. Hey. These maybe something like that around it. I think we might be on the right path here. It's a start. Be a little while till nighttime, but maybe more of these. I think maybe just like that and just more of a framework. Like you were saying, it doesn't look like it has a frame. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'll take a look at some different, you know, styles, designs with that. I'll play around with some different things and see what I can come up with. But I'm liking that. I appreciate that, guys. Still got some more, some tops. I made a whole 4 tops. But yeah, I think I'll probably call for real this time. I keep almost letting you guys go, and I'm like, nope, you're sticking here. Appreciate all the help though, gang. You guys are great. I really appreciate this. And yeah, I guess we'll be back shortly, hopefully before next week, but maybe not until next week. Either way, I'll make sure to post it, and I'll be streaming some stuff in between for sure. Cobblemon, obviously, we got those battle towers over there. I've been kind of addicted to those, and I definitely want to stream some of it, even if it's just me playing solo. If you didn't notice, we had Kenzie over there playing it with us too last time. She streamed with us, so that was cool. Then we even got together later that night and did some competitions with all 3 of us, so that was pretty awesome. But anyway, you guys are here for TerraFirmaGreg, and I don't blame you. So in the famous words of Gamer Dad Dave, have a Greg night, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.